Hi guys! So I haven't made a video in a long time, and as many of you know, I'm in graduate school, so I've been so busy with like studying, and I've just been wanting to like just live my life and spend time with friends. So that's why I just haven't been on YouTube making videos, but now I'm back making videos again. And based off this video, I'm talking about my favorite stores. So maybe some of you know, maybe some of you don't if you're new. So I've been living in Korea for about 4 years now, and so since I've been living for 4 years, I found like what stores are my favorite stores I like to shop at, and I know which ones that like are my go-to. Like I know I can like find clothes there that will fit me. So I just wanted to share my own video about where I like to shop and here in Korea. And I know there's like a lot of videos out there already, but I wanted to share my own version. So that's why I am making this video. And so before I even get started into video, I have put timestamps down below. So if you want to go to each timestamp where I'm talking about like each kind of stores, or if you're looking for the specific site of like, or the type of store and you're trying to like look at it, I also will provide links down for every store that I mentioned in this video if they have a website. And so that's what I am planning to do for this video. Yeah. So before I get started, I do want to say that a lot of stores I do like to shop at don't really provide plus sizes. So if you're watching my video and you're trying to see if I provide any information about any like plus size stores, unfortunately I don't have information for that specifically. If finding like specific stores that provide those kind of sizes, I do know that some of the stores I do shop at, they are starting to provide much bigger sizes or plus sizes. But when I say plus size for like the stores I like to shop at, it's not the plus size that you're expecting that you will see in a lot of Western countries like in America or like Canada. So it's not going to be the same. So if you do look at the store and it does say plus size, don't expect too much. It's not going to be the same. So I just want to put that out there before you watch the video. So if that's what you're specifically looking for, unfortunately I cannot give that information to you. Yeah, sorry about that. So first, we're going to go ahead and get started with some of my favorite stores to shop at, which are the more Western stores. And so what I mean by Western stores, I mean like H&M and Zara. So these are stores that I can find in America that I usually would shop at, and I know I can find my size. There's never a problem. I can always find my size. And so I mention these stores because if you're coming to Korea for the first time, or you haven't been here and you've been doing your research, you're just probably trying to figure out like, you know, my body type is a bit different from them, so I'm trying to find stores that have my size. Or you're trying to still like, you're not really into the like Korean style fashion, so you're trying to stick to more of like Western style, then H&M and Zara are like the two places that you can go to that I know for sure you can find. Most times you can find your shoe size, and I want to say like all shoe sizes, because again, this isn't the store is like the Korean based store. They're like in Korea, so it's gonna obviously the sizes might be a bit different, but like you can find some bigger sizes, but not all the time. But I do want to say like for like H&M, they have this thing called like Asian fit. And so based off from like what I've seen and my experience of shopping at H&M, I noticed that like the clothes are like, they're still made like in like made for like Western bodies, but more geared towards like Asian body type. So it's a bit different. So if you get to H&M, you find the size that you usually wear, you try on the size, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like the size doesn't fit me anymore. It's not because it doesn't fit you, it's just like the clothes are not made for you. Does that make sense? So it's still Western style clothes, still somewhat Western style fit, but it's mostly for Asian body type. So if you're not really Asian, then you might see a bit different in size, but most times I haven't had any issues with their clothes. It still fits pretty normal on me. But then again, I'm like very like my body type is very like slim, and I'm very much like a stick versus like I don't really have any like side curves or any of that, so I never really have any problems. But versus people who are still very slim or more average, or wherever their body sizes might have more curves, so they might see a much more bigger difference than I do. So just putting that out there. That's what I seen at H&M. I haven't really seen that type of like where it says Asian fit at Zara. I mean, if you're in Korea and you have seen it, just like comment down below that you have seen it, but personally I haven't seen that. So far as I know, like Zara just, there's not, I don't think there's any really changes in their clothing. It's just the same. So but yeah, I think when it comes to like Western franchise clothing brands, H&M and Zara are like the main two that you can go to if you're really worried about like finding clothes in your size. Now if you're looking more into like Korean style clothes, like Korean style like fashion and trends, of those kind of stores that will have those. Before I even start, I know when it comes to like shopping for Korean clothes, or just clothes here in Korea, that there's a lot of videos that mention underground shopping centers. And if you're a person that you want to buy, you know, clothes that are affordable, but you want good quality clothes, I don't suggest underground shopping centers. I know that at underground shopping centers, there's a lot of like people open their businesses down there to sell clothes and their own fashion and stuff, but a lot of times down there also you have store owners that sell clothes that are within like the trends that are happening in Korea, but they're also very cheap, and then sometimes if you wash them they shrink, they're not in the best quality, and so I just don't recommend those clothes. And then you can even see that with some stores out on just the street too. All times it's very like fast fashion, but like even cheaper fast fashion, like the quality is not that great, but they charge a lot. So I just don't recommend it. I don't recommend. If you want to risk it by going to those underground shopping centers and you want to just have the experience, I said go for the experience. But a lot of times if you're looking for like clothes that you want to last for a long time, and some of those clothes in the underground shopping centers, they do last for a long time, but it's kind of like a hit or a miss. You never know. And I think it's better, like, you would need to like talk to people who actually go there and go to certain stores so they know that the quality is not that bad. But anyways, back into my favorite Korean stores that I like to shop at. So the first two stores that I want to talk about is 8 Seconds and Spout. So basically 8 Seconds and Spout kind of remind me of like H&M and like Forever 21, like how they kind of are, or like H&M and Zara comparison, but with like Spout and 8 Seconds, both stores are like, they're like similar, pretty much like about the same price range. Sometimes like one's a little bit pricey depending on like the clothing item that you want, but like both stores sell like the same thing, and like it's like the greatest thing ever, because like if there's a trend that's going on, if you want a certain color or a certain pattern, you check out one store, you can check out and it doesn't have it, you can check out the other store, and then sometimes that store has it, which is absolutely amazing, because that actually happened to me like the beginning of this year of 2022. So I was getting into wearing wide pants, like wide pant jeans, and I specifically in my brain I was just like, I want dark blue jeans. And so I was at Spout, because I always like to buy, fabric wise I like Spout jeans better. Some people like 8 Seconds better, and some people they think they're just about the same, but to me personally I like Spout jeans better. And so I went to Spout, I bought like gray pants, I bought light blue jeans, I bought these like dark grayish blackish color jeans, I bought white ones, but specifically I wanted dark blue. Spout didn't have them, so I was like, you know what, let me go to 8 Seconds. So I went to 8 Seconds, literally went to the jean seconds, boom, it was like right there, right in front of me, they had the dark blue jeans, and I bought them. Now a lot of times that does happen because I sell what's trending, fashion trends in Korea stuff. Some of the lot of trends are like reoccurring, puffer coats or turtlenecks. They like have the reoccurring things that do come back, or in maybe some new fashion trends and stuff that they both will sell like pretty much the same thing, which is nice. But I do want to say, like, even though they sell the same thing, the sizes are a little bit different. Because like, for instance, like at Spout, like the pants run from like 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, like some like those are their like size numbers are like an example. And then if you go to 8 Seconds, it's like 66, 67, 68, 69, 65. Like it's like similar, but like when you go to one store to the other, you're trying to find the pants or like any size, like especially for like pants, yeah, mostly pants. You're just like, oh crap, like what is my size? And you have to like look at their measurements and like pull up the chart and figure it out. like you get used to it and stuff once you figure out your size, but just putting that out there. So that's pretty much what that is. But also a good thing about these stores, so when it comes to like the seasonal clothes that they have out, so for like summertime they usually have like cool wear, and then for like wintertime they usually have like, it's called like heat wear, something like that, like heat something, cool something. And basically they make their clothes specifically for that season. So for in summertime, if you're a person that you're not a fan of shorts, you like to wear pants, or even if you do wear shorts, like it's supposed to like, they're supposed to feel like lighter and like more cooling for you. It does not mean that like it's sweat proof. I thought that for a second, and then it's not that. It doesn't mean like you won't sweat. Like you'll sweat in it in the clothes still, but like you'll do your normal like sweat. If it's like really hot, of course you're going to sweat, but it's not sweat proof. It's just supposed to feel cooler. And then for like winter time, it's like they're like have heat tech in it. That's called heat tech. It has like heat tech in it, so like the clothes either would be a lot thicker, or they'd be maybe like some like what's it called, I can't think of the word. Like it will have like maybe some type of like other fabric inside the pants or inside the clothing that will keep you like much warmer during the winter time. Because if you haven't heard, Korean winters are a bit brutal. It's cold. It's cold. So we have to like extra warmth in those clothes. So you see it, that's what it means. That's all it is. But yeah, so those are the two stores. Like you can buy stuff online and offline. I suggest offline so you can try on the clothes. But those are two stores that I specifically like franchise wise that I like to buy from. The other Korean store that I like to buy from is called Hotping. Hotping, yeah. Hotping. So this store, they do have an online store and an offline store. Now their offline store, it's not like the same as like A-Seconds and Spal. It's not like everywhere. Their offline stores are usually inside the Shinsegae department store. So not every city has a Shinsegae department store. Most cities have a Hyundai department store and a Lotte department store, but not every city has a Shinsegae department store. And a lot of times with these Shinsegae department stores, they are ginormous. They're huge. A lot of times they're much bigger than the Lotte department store and the Hyundai department store. But unless you're in like Seoul, then that's a different story. Their Lotte department store is quite big. If you go to like Lotte Tower, inside that department store, it's huge. But Shinsegae department store is usually quite big in like other cities in terms of like each department store. So you'll find Hotping inside the department stores, but most people buy Hotping, if they shop with Hotping, they go from their online store. And so Hotping is very similar in terms of like fashion trends, like with Spal and A-Seconds. It follows more of the Korean fashion trends that are usually going on. So their sizes are a bit different. Like sometimes with their like sizes, it'll say like size 1, size 2, size 3. So that could be like small, medium, large, or extra small to small, and then medium, small to medium, and then medium to large. Or it can just be like medium, large, extra large. Like you have to check the sizing every time, because I didn't do that this recent time, one time, and I got the wrong size dresses. So the sizes are a bit different, so you have to like really know your size to figure it out. And a lot of times on their site too, they'll have like example like models of like what size they got in their measurements, so you can figure out. And then people have reviews in there, they'll have like their measurements from like weight and height and like bust, everything, and like you can see like, okay, so this person is very similar to my like body type, or like by measurements, so like I can buy that size. And even though they have it in the department store, I think they have it where you can try it on. I never really bought it from the, I always went past it and saw it at the department store, but I never bought it at any of the clothes from that store, specifically at the department store. I always bought it online. So this store, they started adding plus sizes, but just like I mentioned before, the plus sizes is not the same of what we usually see in a lot of Western countries like in America or Canada. So again, don't count on it when you see the plus sizes that it will be an actual plus size of what you're used to. So if you see plus sizes, I suggest just check the size, and then you'll know for sure like whether or not you can buy from the site or not. So that is one of my stores that I pretty much buy most of my clothes from also, so I really suggest that. So now, besides from clothes is shoes. So there are two main shoe places that I like to buy from, but these are more like off-brand shoes. So when it comes to shoes, you're gonna still see your name brand shoes like Adidas, Fila's, Nike's. They have places where you can go. They have their own individual stores, or they have stores that sell like Foot Locker and like stores like that where they sell all the name brand shoes. So like you do have those in Korea, and then you also have places that sell off-brand shoes. And so just in case you don't want to buy that name brand and you want to buy same style shoe just off-brand because you want to pay the cheap price, I'm gonna give you two stores that you can find. First store, this is for men and women, is called Coupang. So SHOOPN. So Coupang, they have a lot of your shoes that are trending from every season that people like to wear. So if you like knee-high boots, you see people wearing knee-high boots, you can find knee-high boots there. You want to find like some shoes that look like Converses from long or short top, you can find them there. You want Crocs, but you don't want to pay for the Crocs price, they have them there. You want some type of heels, but you don't want to, you saw them at one place, they didn't have your size, or it looked too cheap, the quality wasn't that great, and you want to buy it there, they have it there. So they have it at Coupang. So the thing I do want to mention, I do know some people who have shopped at Coupang, they didn't like the quality of it, if their shoes didn't last that long. For me personally, each time I bought at Coupang, I had no issues. So this comes, like what I'm going to say, it comes down to specifically for like anyone that when you're buying shoes or buying clothes, depending how rough you are with your shoes or your clothes, how many times you wear them, what you're doing when you're wearing them, depends on how long those things last. So even though Coupang and some other places that I mentioned, they're like been on, like the prices are not that bad. Sometimes some people are like, I bought it from this place, but I don't like the quality, it didn't do well for me. And sometimes that does happen. So sometimes that does happen. So even though I'm suggesting it to you, my stores I like to shop at, and if the quality does not work out well for you, I'm just letting you know just in case. So personally, I like Coupang shoes. They're a bit on the cheaper side for stuff, a lot more affordable for a certain, like if you're looking for something. But to me, they last pretty good for me. So I bought like summer sandals there. I think mostly I always buy my summer sandals from there. I've never really bought like other shoes, but mostly I bought summer sandals. The other store I want to mention is called Sapun. Unfortunately, guys, I don't think they sell men's shoes, so only women's shoes. So for Sapun, I like to view the store more of like your basic shoes. So your heels, your ballet flats, your boots, some sneakers and sandals, you can buy your shoes there. And so I bought two of my sandals from there. They were really comfortable. Like the padding of the bottom of the shoe was really comfortable. So I really liked it a lot. It was really nice. And so I really like the shoe from there. But for both places, like if you're going to order, you can order them online, but if you plan to order from both places, you need to know your Korean shoe size. Like for me, my shoe size is around like in 7.5 to an 8 depending on who makes the shoe, but most times it's a 7.5. So my shoe size is a 245, and that's like 8.5, 7, like not 8.5, that's big, 7.5 to an 8 US size. So US shoe size. So that for, and my Korean size usually 245 or 250 depending on the shoe, but most times I either buy usually I buy 245. So those are where I like to buy my shoes. I do want to mention, if you're looking for a specific shoe brand, a lot of times for like a certain style, like shoe brand, like name brands, or even like the two brands I listed, a lot of times, sometimes you can find it on Coupang, which is like the Amazon of Korea, I like to call it. So if you're looking for Converses or place Coupang, you want to order on, you don't want to order from directly from their site, you want to order from Coupang, or Adidas or Nike. A lot of times you can find those same shoes on Coupang if you want to order it that way, or you can just go directly to the shoe site's website and order it. But like you can sometimes order your shoes from Coupang. So I do want to mention that just in case, even for like, I think Spell or A Seconds is also on Coupang, so if I find the link for that, then I can put that down in the description box. But I do want to say that, like, for hot pink, you don't have to order directly from their site. You can also, for hot pink and Zappen, you can also order their stuff through ZigZag, or it's called like ZigZag, but ZigZag or ZigZag. ZigZag is basically a online shopping mall app, phone app. So I'll put the link down where you can buy that. They do have a global version now and a Korean version. So if you do want to order from ZigZag, especially if you're overseas and you want to order and you want to like look at other Korean stores, you want to check them out and see what they are, you can look at the ZigZag app, and then you can find hot pink and Zappen on there, and you can order from them. So, but yeah, that's it. Okay, that's it. No more. So that's the end of this video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you have any more questions about some of the stores that I mentioned, please comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you can thumbs down. It's okay. I'm totally okay with it. It's fine. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!